I'm the 5-Minute Professor, and today's What I Think Wednesday lesson, why Americans are fat. Okay, not all Americans are fat. Let's start with that. Only a third of us are clinically obese. That's tough. That is a hard pill to swallow, but isn't that the thing? Because if it was just a pill that could make you thin, then we'd be skinny. That is the way we are living our lives these days. Now, I would like to point out my theory as to why it is that Americans are getting progressively heavier. And let me tell you what I don't think it is. I don't think it is high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is chemically similar to sugar. And there are some people that say, well, your body digests it the same way. Well, the Mayo Clinic isn't convinced, and therefore I'm not convinced. But that isn't really the big issue, though, is it? There are two things that I think factor in significantly. One of them is the fact that we as Americans have decided that things need to be sweet. We've just decided that. As a result, we have a lot of things that are sweeter than they need to be. And it's not difficult to see some really glaring examples. If you drink an Italian-style soda beverage, it is essentially tonic water that is lightly flavored. We drink syrups that are watered down with carbonated water. It is a completely different mindset. Coca-Cola is sweet. I have one a week. Maybe two. But there are people that drink that as their primary beverage. There's just so much sugar in there, so much extra calories that we don't have any way to burn off, that it is not an efficient way to add sugar. But we do it with everything. Where I grew up in New England, coffee, a regular coffee, meant it came with cream and sugar. Good coffee doesn't need to have cream and sugar in it. Good coffee can be drunk black. I drink a lot of it. So the new labeling that has been championed by Michelle Obama, which would include added sugars, which would be both sugar and high fructose corn syrup, we could start to monitor if we wanted to. If we were willing to go the extra mile and read the labels, we would know whether or not we were adding sugar to things unnecessarily. Things which didn't need to have sugar, which we added sugar to. Now, of course, the sugar industry, even the high fructose corn syrup industry, doesn't want us to know what's added as sugar, what's extra sugar. But I don't think it's a problem, because I don't think we as Americans are going to develop a taste for things that are less sweet. Number two, portion size. For a long time, I ran a tea shop, and one of the things which we tried to do in the tea shop was have European-sized portions, which routinely people complained were too small. Now, they weren't too small. They literally were not too small. There was plenty of calories, plenty of material in the food stuff so that people wouldn't think that it was too small. And we used smaller plates so it actually looked big. But that's not the point. The point is, on purpose, we decided to make portions that were smaller. Now, we charged less because the portion sizes were smaller, but we as Americans have come to think that our plate should just be heaping full of food, and that's no way to control your calorie count. And here's how I know that portion size is an issue. Back in the late 1980s, I managed McDonald's restaurants. And at the time, a large soda was 22 ounces. That is now the size of a small soda, 22 ounces. True story. 22 ounces was the size of a large soda. If you get a 32-ounce soda, all of that is extra calories, which 30 years ago, you wouldn't have even purchased. Perceptum, quispium, damnatium. Learn something, damn it. I'm the 5-Minute Professor, and thank you very much for listening to today's lesson. If you have any comments at all, please put them in the comments section down below. And of course, like it and subscribe to the channel. But most important, if you liked it, if you commented,
And if you subscribed, tell your friends. Perceptum, quispium, damnitium. Learn something, damn it.